A stunning new revelation that could spell freedom for imprisoned American college student Amanda Knox, convicted of murder in Italy. Elizabeth Vargas brings us the very latest from Perugia in our ongoing series, Crime and Punishment.
Want to drag this one out to the car?
It is a journey Amanda Knox's mother, Etta Mellis, knows too well.
I have lost count of how many times I've had to travel to Perugia.
Shuttling back and forth 6,000 miles between Seattle and Italy to visit her daughter in the foreign prison she has called home for 3.5 years. But this week's visit was different. For the first time, Knox was brimming with hope after a drastic turn of events in her epic legal drama.
She talked about how good a day it was. She did talk about, things that she wants to do when she gets out, so I think that's a positive sign.
In 2007, Knox was transformed overnight from a fresh-faced student into an international murder suspect after her arrest in the gruesome stabbing of her British roommate, Meredith Kircher. The tabloids labeled her Foxy Knoxy. During the trial, the prosecution had no eyewitnesses and no clear motive. The case rested almost entirely on two pieces of evidence. First, a knife found at the apartment of Raffaele Sollecito, Knox's then-boyfriend, also on trial. The prosecution claimed it was the murder weapon, saying the knife had Knox's DNA on the handle and Kircher's DNA on the blade. Second, Kircher's bra clasp, found in the bedroom where she was murdered, had Sollecito's DNA on it. According to prosecutors, it was enough to convict them. Knox was sentenced to 26 years in prison and Sollecito to 25. After the verdict, Knox's family, stunned and angry, fought their way through a mob of press and local Perugians.
How do you think this whole experience has changed your daughter?
She was 20 when she walked in here. She was a naive, happy, lovely. She's way more cautious. She had to grow up, really fast.
Learn some hard life lessons?
Huge lessons.
This week, Knox was back in court for her appeal, looking fragile and pale. Prison life has clearly taken its toll. But then, an astonishing revelation. Two Italian independent experts assigned by the court to review that DNA evidence blasted the findings of the prosecution's star forensic expert.
These independent experts came forward saying there is no evidence on the knife, and this little bra clasp also had no DNA of the young man.
It's a great moment when what you've said through careful, long analysis is repeated by independent people that the judge appointed in this case.
And it didn't end there. Next came a blistering critique of how the evidence was collected. The independent experts explained the proper procedures required by international standards. Evidence must be placed into paper, not plastic bags, to avoid moisture.
So you're supposed to photograph it, get a pair of tweezers that's never been used, fresh from the box. You pick up that piece with gloved hands, and you put it into a paper bag.
It turns out there are three things that can destroy DNA's value: moisture, heat, and law enforcement. Take a look at this, the forensic police's own crime scene video. It shows evidence, notably that all-important bra clasp, being picked up from the floor, passed around, and then placed back on the floor.
In this remarkable moment, this evidence is going to be key in this case. They take that bra clasp and lay it on the floor.
And those gloves, so important for preventing contamination? The court saw a close-up photo of one investigator's hand. Check out that dirt. The experts said the bra clasp should never have been admitted as evidence at all, and the display of sloppiness prompted the courtroom observers to laugh and shake their heads in amazement. A humiliation for the prosecutors and a home run for Knox's lead Italian lawyer.
But you must be optimistic after today.
We always been optimistic because we know that Amanda has always told us the truth.
Tensions ran high, the judge even shouting to silence the lead prosecutor.
Pounding on the desk, saying
Be quiet.
silence.
Yeah, be quiet.
The hearing resumes tomorrow when prosecutors are set to cross-examine the independent experts. But these startling discoveries have fueled speculation that this case has been a huge miscarriage of justice.
Taking away the material evidence destroys the case. And I don't think that they can go very much farther with it.
So do you think this is the beginning of the end?
Yeah, I'm still not going there. I don't make those predictions. Can't do it.
I think we're, moving definitely in the right direction.
You were in tears when court ended today. Why was that such an emotional moment?
Seeing Amanda, seeing all of us get emotional and to be able to hug her and just tell her, do you see the light now? Can you see it now?
Happy crying for the first time?
Happy crying, yeah.
I'm Elizabeth Vargas for Nightline in New York.